Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. In today's video, we are diving into a lot of productivity news, and we will just start because there is quite a few things here to cover. Let's start off with Opera Neon, which is the new browser from Opera. This is now my default browser, not because I liked it, but because I paid $60 to get early access. Luckily, those $60 are for 9 months, so it isn't too bad. But given what I'm getting, I feel like I overpaid because this really feels like an early access application. This is supposed to be just like Perplexity Combat, a browser that actually does things for you. We will get into all of the like small things here. I won't go too deep into this because I already filmed one first impression video, and I also am planning to do a review. But let me just put it this way. The only good thing about this browser is this robot, because that is actually cool design. Apart from that, not much that I like about it. Um, the chat, like I pasted a blog post into the chat, asked it to fix my grammar, and it could not do it. In order to fix my grammar, I actually had to use this do right here. And it makes me wonder why this chat exists. I haven't played that much around with the make. And also, like, that is the first thing. The second thing is just the design of it. Like, this is my workspace up here. Let's just use the Workflowy one, and then I can have multiple different pages here. So I can have 3, 4, and it says how many pages I have up here. But why is this workspace thing taking so much space? That is a little annoying to me, but those are like small issues. I could live with this, and I would probably get used to both this and the sidebar right here. What I am struggling with is the the AI stuff, because this is an AI browser, so it should be able to do AI stuff. And when the AI doesn't work, like yesterday, I could not even get the do one here to work, so I had to pay for Claude because I needed AI for some stuff. So I went ahead and I paid for Claude. A little annoyed with the situation here, but it is currently my default browser, and I'm excited to see it develop because, as I said, I've already paid for this, so I am stuck with it for a while now. Um, if I were to rank the AI browsers currently, I would do Comet first, then Dia, then Neon. I think that covers it for Opera Neon. Then we have this calendar mode right here. This is actually this is Workflowy, which has a new calendar mode, which we see in many other applications. So I can press this calendar right here, or I can do today Alt T, or I can do today by pressing Alt T, which doesn't work because Opera browser opens up another window. But basically, you can use keyboard shortcuts here as well. The way this works is just like any other basic daily page. You have the ability to use this as your daily page, and I really enjoy daily pages. I can also click this to change the date. I can go into the month. I can go into the year, and I can also go into the full calendar. So I really like this daily page right here. It is great for journaling, for quick capturing, as an inbox feature. It is great for task management. That has been something I've used it for. And also the fact that you have like this mirroring right here, which means that I could have like a task management board, and then I can mirror something to the day I want to do it. Just an example of what you can do with this. It also works for things like projects. So a really big fan of this new feature from Workflowy, and I've been a big fan of Workflowy for a while now. It is such an underrated application, and daily pages are just another thing that makes this application better. Let's jump into Notesnook, and I won't go too deep into the pricing plans right here because that is the major change. They've added new pricing. They now have three pricing plans. I won't go into how much they cost. That is what I won't get into because Notesnook actually has regional pricing. So this is around like $2 each month. But it might differ depending on where you live. What I want to go into is that they now have an essential, a pro, and a believer plan. The essential plan gives you 1 gigs of storage per month, file size limit 20 colors, and it limits you to, I was about to say only 500 notebooks, but 500 notebooks is a lot. So a lot of people would get away with something like this. The Pro plan is a little more expensive. It gives you 10 gigs of storage, 1 gig file size, gives you unlimited colors and notebooks, and it also gives you full quality images as well as app lock. They also have a Believer plan, which just gives you more storage. So in order to use images a lot more inside of an application like this, you will have to pay for the Pro plan, but I don't think most people use images in Notesnook. Anyways, I don't think that a price increase is terrible given the fact that things are just getting really expensive. There is also monthly plans of this. I think this might be a bug because the monthly plan is cheaper than the yearly one. So that might just be an issue inside of the application. But what I was trying to say is that just generally things are getting more expensive, so it makes sense. And this isn't even that expensive. There is also a 5-year option, which is even cheaper. This is probably something you would go for to support the development of an open source, privacy focused application. So they have just changed their pricing. I don't think it is that terrible. I've seen people in their Discord community say that it is starting to get too expensive, but like most people get away with the essential plan. And if you compare it to a lot of the other applications, this isn't that expensive. But of course, I understand that people might not be able to afford to pay for note-taking apps in general, and they want something cheaper. But my personal opinion is that this isn't too bad, and like Notesnook is a business and they need to make money in order to continue to develop the application. The last thing we are going to touch on is Mymind, which I've added this backslash functionality. So now you have that. So you can add the divider or a code block. They have always had like markdown support, but now you can use the backslash as well. And let's just go ahead and create a test 1, 2, 3 note. And just press enter because there is one more thing they've added. And in order to show you that, I need to bring out some files because now I can open up this note and I can actually drag an image into the note and it will upload that image. So an example of this. This is a video coming soon, so stay tuned for that. And what's really fun about this is that it works in here as well. So I can drag it into the My Notes, and that goes for like both the images, which I can like put both in here or inside of my Mind Notes. So if I just go ahead and I write something, I can then drag the image to be here as well. And it works both like this. You can also download the image, but it also works if I drag it from my file explorer right into Mymind. It is supposed to work. Might be a bug there. This is still a feature in beta, so this is something they will continue to improve. But the point is that it is supposed to work both here and in here. I should be able to put images in both places. So it makes images and note taking inside of Mymind a lot better, which I am a big fan of. Um, and it just makes the application in general a lot better, and they've added a lot of cool stuff lately. So a lot of cool stuff coming from the Mymind team, but mainly this new like note taking experience is really fun. And not something I would necessarily think that I need, but really a quality of life improvement. And I think that covers it for this productivity news. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching.